this would have made me mad. Bringing me in, if you brought me in to see if I want to play ball, I fly across the country. I get in. I'm talking to you. I come from California to New York. I get in the building. It's time to talk. We're gonna talk some business. We've been trying to feel each other out over the phone. New coach, new GM. Aaron Glenn sits me down. I'm Aaron Rodgers. I'm sitting here talking, and they tell me, "Oh wait, hold on, wait. We don't really want you to play. We just asking how we want you to leave. We're trying to help you out and tell us how you want to go." That's what Aaron Rodgers told. That's what Aaron Rodgers said happened. Let's find the clip. Here we go. All right, here we go.
I meet with the coach. We start talking. He runs out of the room. I'm like, that's kind of strange. I was like, then he comes back with the GM. And I'm like, all right. So we sit down in the office. And I think we're going to have this long conversation. I've flown across the country. And 20 seconds in, he goes, literally, I'm talking to the GM about something, and he leans to the edge of his seat and goes, "So do you want to play football?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm interested." And he said, "We're going a different direction at quarterback." And I said, and I was kind of shocked.
Hey, yo, these guys in these buildings are so cutthroat and so cold-blooded. It's funny when it gets done to Aaron Rodgers. Now this is like a big story. These guys always operate with the craziest mindset. They don't care about anybody. That's my point about John Gruden. It's all fun and games and smiles. Oh, I like this. I like that, man. This is so cool. But then they get behind the closed doors and they act completely different. Aaron Rodgers is showcasing, putting on Front Street on broad lights, broad day, exactly what happens. Hey, y'all, come and talk to me. Come have this meeting with me. We're going to figure out what's going on. Okay? Now I get into the meeting, I'm feeling like, okay, we're going to talk about the future. We're going to talk about how we see things. Let's try to come to an understanding of how we can move forward. And then immediately you tell me, oh, no, we're going in a different direction. We're not asking you to play. We're asking you something else.
Now, not shocked because I didn't think that was a possibility. Listen, of course, they want to move on. That's totally fine. But shocked because I just flew across country. You could have told me this on the phone. If we weren't even going to have a conversation, and this is verbatim exactly how it happened. So I said, huh? And he goes, we just want to know how you want it released, the messaging. And I said, verbatim, I don't give a shit about the message.
But for real, though, I don't care about that. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Y'all trying to make it look good to the public. These teams are so concerned about their public image. But truly, how they're treating you, how they're dealing with players on a daily basis is grimy. It's a cutthroat business. That's why I never care that a player is out here trying to make his money. But you got to play the game smart. You cannot fall in their hands. You got to play it smart. Aaron Rodgers is a day one Hall of Famer. Unanimous. He should get every pick. He's going to be on the first ballot. We all know that, right? Look, I know he's 40 plus years old right now, but to have someone treat you like this, even with Aaron Rodgers, with everything he's doing, he's holding people up, he's doing this, he's doing that. But this is just a glimpse of what it's like when you're not this caliber of player. This is how 80 to 90% of the league is dealt with. There's only a small percentage who's dealt with any type of care. When you're on a team, when you're a part of an organization, you are a name on a piece of paper. You are a number in a filing system until you reach the upper echelon. Then you become a little bit different. But even then, at the slightest change, you out of there. We don't care. We don't care. And the funniest part is the guys who are calling the shots, when you really think about their opinion and their viewpoints, they're gonna be out of there soon too if they don't do nothing the right way. So truly, how much power, how much control is given to people who are, in the grand scheme of things, are gonna be forgotten about and never thought of again once that organization makes a different moves a different direction, is really always blows my mind. People hold your life, your career in their hands to treat you however they want in a moment. They have some power. And as soon as that power is relinquished, they're just nobodies again. So why operate like you're somebody so special when you don't even have a true place in the ground? I never understand that. I think that teams operate in a weird way, but that's just the nature of the business. That's just how football is cut out, and it's the worst part about it. It's the worst part about professional sports is there's no true love. There's no true value of bringing something and keeping something together. None of that really exists. It's like you're a pawn in a chess match, and that's just how it operates. We're gonna use you, and then we're gonna toss you whenever we're done with you. You know what I'm saying? You're not special. You're just another player in the game. Here we go.
And I said, why? And then he said, I don't want to be up in front of the room saying something and have guys looking back at you.
Interesting.
And I said, what does that even mean? Are you assuming that I would be in the back of the room during a team meeting undermining what you're saying? I said, you don't know me. And he said, you don't know me. And then I said, exactly, which is why I flew across the country to have a face-to-face meeting with you to talk about my experience with the Jets and to hear your vision for the team. 20 seconds in. What I thought was going to be a couple-hour meeting turned into like a 15-minute meeting, and I walked out of there.
This is the norm, y'all. This ain't crazy. It's just crazy as happening to Aaron Rodgers. This is the norm. They always are treating people this way. This is how business is conducted in the NFL. This is how it goes about on a daily basis. But the names are smaller, so you don't really hear about it. And if a player ever to speak out about it, your phone might stop ringing. Dirty world, dirty business, y'all. Dirty world, dirty business, but it keeps rolling and it's not gonna stop.